Welcome to this room that I've actually never really shared before. This is the other side of what is or was our playroom. This side of the room, I decided to actually make Brooks's bedroom, and it just made sense. It's already wallpapered, it's already painted, it's where all his toys are, and it will just be a good bedroom, especially because he no longer sleeps in his crib and he needs a bigger bed. So we have this bed here, which is like, obviously does not look like it's made for a 3-year-old at all, but we're going to make it, we're gonna give it some 3-year-old personality with colors and patterns using fabric, which is why I'm sitting here with a bunch of fabric. And so I have these two fabrics. I have one with monster trucks because he loves monster trucks right now. But then for the bed, we're going to add fabric to the bed by stapling it over top of what's already existing. And it's a striped fabric that I think will look really good in this room. I'm gonna show you it actually. Okay, so we have this fabric. We're gonna take the bed apart and then wrap each part with this striped fabric. We're also gonna like steam all the wrinkles out, get it all flat and nice. But you can kind of see the vision. Like, I just think adding fabric to this furniture that we have is going to just make it feel like more of a kid's room piece of furniture. But I'm also gonna show you what I'm doing with this fan. I have this light fixture, and I like how it's wavy brass and it has that playful, just like little playful details. So each one of these light bulbs will be surrounded by one of these lampshades. And my goal is to wrap this with fabric. Wrap it specifically with that monster truck fabric. I think Brooks would love that. And I think it would just be a really fun and unique way to add personality to his new room. This is the fabric, just a little, show you more close up. And I've never done this, so don't take this video as like a tutorial. Take it as a experiment. I mean, I see the potential there. I think it could look really, really cute. So that's what we are going to do today. If you are wanting to add fabric to a lampshade, you'll want to start by creating a pattern, especially if it's an angled lampshade like this one. And I just used craft paper and I slowly and carefully traced the length from seam to seam of the top of the lampshade and the bottom of the lampshade. And then I took like a straight edge on each end of that and I drew a line so that it created a full shape. Then I added an extra inch around the end result just so that I could have enough fabric to fold over the edges of the lampshade at the end. Then it was time to use this pattern to trace onto the fabric, and don't worry about all the wrinkles that you see. We will steam that before using it just so it's nice and smooth when it gets applied to the lampshade. So I steamed all the wrinkles out. I hope this is going to work. I left enough, like an inch on each side, to fold over into the inside. The next step is actually to cut this seam a little better because one of these seams will show. And then it's time to spray adhesive spray onto the lampshade and start wrapping the fabric around it. I probably will cut more actually after it's sticking to the lampshade. I'll cut even more and then leave just a little bit to hot glue inside of the lampshade. But if this works, then I will continue to use that same pattern that I cut. Hi, Tuna Beans. I love this dog so much. I think she's like my soul dog. I think she's so sweet. Actually, we recently officially adopted Petunia. Yeah, it was like we were in like a foster to adopt situation because she needed to test negative for heartworms before we could legally adopt her. So she's ours now. We are officially her parents and she loves it here. So we're going to wrap this, but we're going to spray the lampshade with some spray adhesive, but it's very just not safe to do inside. So we're gonna spray this outside and then the fabric will be attached. time to add the fabric to the bed. And I have this little crayon, which is the perfect size for all of these holes for screws. So we want to know where all the screws are because we need to put the bed back together afterwards. So I'm just putting this right where the hole is. You can feel it and it's the perfect size. And then I have a staple gun and I'm just stapling this. The trick is because it's stripes, anything too tight can make the stripes look wavy. So it needs to be like just a stripe. The stripes just need to not be wavy. They also need to not be slanted. I feel like if it was a floral fabric, you wouldn't have to worry about this, but stripes would make it more complicated for sure. 1, 2, 3, woo! Doing some corners, but this whole side will face the wall. So the next side, we did this side. The next side is this one. So the same thing, this on this side. Make sure the stripes are not like pulled like a waviness like that, not too tight, but just still very straight. And this will be good. This is one of the wings. So the tricky part about this shape bed is that it has a rounded top. So we need to do a fold up. That's what I decided is the easiest option for us with our skill level. So an example is this one, which there is a fold up at the top right there. This was the one piece of the bed that was really weird and would not let me staple to the top of it because it was basically all metal. So instead of stapling the fabric to that top section, I used a hot glue gun and it worked fine. Thankfully, I was still able to staple to the bottom of this piece, which made it feel a lot more secure. But just a heads up, not all pieces of all beds are made the same. It is snowing outside, so it's a little dark in here, but I wanted to show you the final bed results. And the lampshade, I'm still waiting on a few pieces. So from the bottom, you can see all the imperfections, but I ordered some decorative trim in navy and maroon, actually, just to see which one looks better. But I think I'm going to put it at the top, the bottom, and then also in the inside to kind of disguise any uneven cuts, which there are definitely some, but from this view, it's pretty cute. And if you're wondering what this hump is, it's like a bed bumper where he won't roll out. It's a pillow that you put on each side and it kind of acts as a bed rail for safety. Super snowy outside.
Whoa!
Whoa, do you see what these are?
Yeah.
Look. What is it?
Monster trucks.
Monster trucks.
Whoa.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
If you're wondering why does a little 3-year-old need such a large bed, they don't, but I just didn't want to keep buying mattresses as he got older. And this can also work as a guest bedroom. So if you have any piece of furniture that you feel like could use a new personality, I recommend just stapling fabric to it, honestly. I didn't use any sewing machine I didn't do any sewing. Of course, it could look better if I did do sewing, but TJ actually sewed these pillows with the monster trucks, so shout out to him. But yeah, it was just tedious and repetitive, but not very hard. So it's snowing and it's really pretty outside, so I think I'm gonna go outside for a bit. I will see you next time, and next time I'm gonna show you adding trim to these. It's gonna look so good. It's gonna hide all of the imperfections and it's just gonna look much more professional. So thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time.